What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am here to do 3 looks with 3 separate little collectible palette package things. I don't know how to describe it. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. So NABLA Cosmetics, who you know we stan hard on this channel, previously released 2 palettes called the Cutie palettes. They're little 6-pan palettes, and when those were released I did a video on them and I really liked them. So this release from NABLA is 3 more Cutie palettes, but each of the Cutie palettes comes in a set with a multi-use stylo that you can use anywhere on your face, as well as a lipstick in a new formula that we haven't previously seen from them. I'm gonna do a look with each palette and pair it with the stylo and the lipstick. I'll use the stylo in various ways as I see fit as we go through the looks. One of the reasons I'm actually super excited for this, besides the fact that I love NABLA, if you guys aren't aware, NABLA is a brand based out of Italy, so it was very difficult for them over there the last couple of months. Italy was hit particularly hard with the current pandemic that we're seeing, so to see them come through the end of it and start to like do something normal and like get to release this awesome collection, I'm really excited for them. It makes me so happy to see that they were able to pull through and release this even though it was later than they expected it to be. I'm really excited to try it today because we haven't gotten to try anything new from them in a few months, and I love their new releases. So as always, I will timestamp everything. I will also leave everything that I use on my face in the description down below. Obviously today the lip products will be included in the collection that we're trying, but everything else like lashes and all that, I'll put that in the description. Don't forget to leave a like on this video because I would really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy makeup videos and hanging out and bullshitting with me, because that's a good time. Subscribe if you have ever burned your mouth on a pizza bagel, a bagel bite. I know you have. What does that have to do with this channel? Literally nothing. I know you felt your skin on the roof of your mouth just peel right off before. You know, we know. We've been there. We're here. I'm so used to like talking a lot more right now because I have just been like winging it on this channel because very few new releases have come out and I haven't done a lot of tutorials. So let me force myself to shut up before I start talking about things that have nothing to do with makeup, because I am in the habit of doing that now. And we will get into look number 1 with Cutie palette number 3, the Platinum collection. Okay, so the new Cutie collection comes with 3 different little sets. Each one is based around one of the 3 new Cutie palettes. The first one is Cutie palette number 3, which is Platinum, and each one comes with a multi-use stylo called the Cupid's Arrow, and also a new formula of lipstick that is meant to complement the shadows in the collection, if you will. So I'm gonna go through these in numerical order because I feel like that's the logical way to do things. Why would I even need to explain that? Of course that's the logical way to do things. I haven't even really gotten a good look at these because as I'm filming this, you guys don't even know this, but this collection hasn't even been announced yet. They haven't even posted pictures of it. I just took like the sneakiest peek earlier. I just like slipped it out and was like, ooh, and then I put it back. I saw one thing in there that I am so excited for, but we'll talk about that later. I don't even really know what the colors in here are like. I have barely seen them. So we're gonna be discovering this for the most part together. I'm not entirely sure where I'm gonna take this look just yet, but I think I'm gonna start with the shade Aristocracy and start putting that through my crease to build a little bit of definition, like, you know, little crease depth. I'm gonna pick that up on my BH number 6. Ooh, that's a bit richer than I was expecting it to be. This is going to be rather sultry, I think. I like that. It reminds me of like coffee grinds. That's what that color looks like so far. I'm gonna take a clean blending brush and just go over the edge of that, soften it out toward the brow, maybe add a little bit more and even it out on this side because I think I goofed. Screwed up a little bit. There we go. Okay, now we're talking. All right, while we're at it, while we're getting dark and sultry, I'm gonna grab my MAC 221 brush and I'm gonna go into the shade Tenebra. I think that's how you say that. What is that word? I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna put it through my crease, but I'm gonna keep it a little bit higher up than my natural crease because I think I'm gonna do a spotlight cut with this. Sometimes when a look is more neutral, I find that if you do like something a little bit more structured, like a cut crease, it sort of still makes it like, ooh, that's a look. You know what I mean? Those are blending so nice so far. Delicious. I'm gonna grab a little bit of that same color and put it on the outer corner and also on the inner corner. Just using slightly circular motions just to get it on there and then blend it into what we already put down. I'm gonna keep it a little bit rounder on the edge here today, I think. Ooh, that is gloriously smoky, I have to say. All right, it's time to put a little spotlight cut in the center. So bing, bam, concealer, cut crease brush. This is also a NABLA brush. I use this all the time, not just for NABLA videos. I'm gonna go right in the center, right over the pupil. Just start mapping out a cut with my eye open so I can decide where it's gonna go and how it's gonna look when my eyes are open. This is the first time I'm recording like just a regular makeup video in a couple of weeks. The last time I did makeup, it was while answering would you rathers that you guys left me. If you haven't seen that yet, I will link it up here. It was a good old time, but now I feel like I should be sitting here answering questions about dicks and nipples and stuff, you know? I'm gonna grab a clean pencil brush and blend the edge with that today because I put a lot of concealer down and I don't want it to go too far, so the precision of the brush will be more helpful than my finger, I think. I'm gonna take a MAC 221 brush and I'm going to go into the shade Luxuriance, which is, wow, a sparkly bright silver. I'm gonna start putting that right in the center of that cut and just pack it all the way down to the lash line. You're gonna use that brush to edge it up against the edge of that concealer. I just said edge so many times that it stopped having any meaning. I feel like I'm being less precise on this cut crease than usual today. I think it's because I'm out of practice because I haven't actually filmed a makeup tutorial in like 10,000 years. I'm just gonna wipe off that MAC brush and I'm gonna go into the shade Gem System, which is also like a sparkly silver, but this is like an antique silver. I'm gonna put that around the edges of the bright silver we put down. I got like too much of that silver on the inner corner here, and it's like such a bright, intense silver that I'm having a hard time covering it up. The good news is that's super pigmented. The bad news is be careful because it's super pigmented. All right, that's not so bad. We can work with that. I thought I screwed up for a minute, but I think we're gonna be okay. Hi. Okay, so I put on like 10 pounds of the Anastasia Beverly Hills powder on top of my concealer because I feel like I look rough today and I don't know why that is, but whenever I feel that way, I just really brighten my under eye area and I find that that helps for some reason. The lower lash line, quite frankly, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. However, I'll tell you one thing that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try the Cupid's Arrow Stylo as an eyeliner. So this one is kind of like, not even quite a brown. It's kind of like a tan color, a little bit of a mauve. I think this will be really pretty on the lips, but it should be a nice medium brown color to line the waterline here too. So let's go for it. Okay, so far, smooth. I'm gonna grab my BH number 7 and I'm gonna go into the shade Aristocracy again, and I'm gonna use that to smoke out the lower lashes. I'm gonna sweep that all the way up to the outer corner here and connect it into the top, make this nice little round connection over here. I feel like I need to blend a little bit better right there. We'll get to that. We'll fix it. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna leave the inner portion right here open though because I have an idea. I'm gonna grab the same pencil brush I used on the top and I'm gonna go into the darkest shade Tenebra again. I'm gonna use that to deepen the outer half of the lower lashes and use that to connect this outer corner and also blend up into those other silver shades like I said I was going to, because we need to, because I screwed it up. I'm getting a little bit of fallout with that shade, but not too bad. However, I am glad that I went ahead and put a lot of powder down because it'll make my life a lot easier now. Next, I'm going to take a clean, unsullied pencil brush and I'm going to go into the shade Priceless, and I'm going to use that on the whole inner corner and then sweep it underneath on the lower lashes. That way we get like a mixed metals sort of a scenario going on. Wow, is this a bronze look? Is this a silver look? It's both, bitch. Okay, I put on iconic Luxe lashes. I finished my skin. I added a couple of freckles so like I could be a little bit of a cutie pie. Like I feel like that sort of balances the edge of the super smoky, cool tone, like silver sort of a thing we've got going on. And for the lips, I want to use the products that were in this set, obviously. Why would I use anything else? Duh. So I'm going to use the Cupid's Arrow Stylo again. I'm going to line my lips with it like it's a lip liner, and then I'm going to go through the center with the Platinum lipstick. These are called the Glam Touch lipsticks, and they're like a sheer sort of glossy formula. I'm excited to try them. And this is the first look. Okay, for look number 2, we have the Metropolitan collection with Cutie palette number 4. This is the Metropolitan Cutie palette. Got a little bit more color in this one, but still a fair amount of neutrals. I'm going to grab my BH number 6 and I'm going to go into the shade Nothing Personal, which is this bright coral matte, and I'm going to start working that through the crease. I think that is what's going to make this a colorful look rather than another neutral look, and that's what I want. I can only do like one neutral in a row, you know, only one day, and then I need some color back in my life. So I'm going to pop that in the crease area, and I'm going to make sure I bring that up nice and high. And I'm going to grab a clean brush and blend the edge of that out. I'm going to take my MAC 242 brush and I'm going to go into the shade Love Resin, which is a shimmering, it's kind of like a shimmering burgundy shade. And I'm going to put that over most of the actual lid. I don't know why I'm doing this step before I add a deeper crease shade. I don't know what is possessing me to do it in this order right now, but it's what the universe told me to do. I'm bringing that up like right to the crease. And I'm going to take my MAC 221 brush and I'm going to go into the shade Lord. I'm going to work that through the crease just to blend that burgundy into the coral shade and deepen up the crease a little bit with the matte. I think I'm going to need to go in with a little bit more of the coral to like blend that back together, but something tells me we'll be able to make it work. Flicking the shape of it out just a little bit at the end, just to lift that eye up. Now that that's all blended together, I think what I want to do is take a little bit of this shade Alaska, which is very icy looking, has a little bit of a blue shift to it. I think it'll be really interesting over the center of this lid. So I'm going to take it on my finger and just press it right in the center over that burgundy shade. Ooh, that's interesting. You know what that reminds me of is that really cool shade in the ColourPop X's and O's palette, except that this is two separate eyeshadows that kind of make that shade, while that is just an eyeshadow that exists. Okay, I like that. That's pretty. I popped some concealer underneath my eyes. I powdered, and I'm going to go through the waterline with this brown stylo that came with this set. I wore the first look for the rest of the night last night after I filmed it, and the stylo lasted so well on my lips. I was really, really impressed. It lasted in the waterline too, but I was just more impressed with how it lasted on the lips. For that shade in particular, I liked it better on the lips, but this one, I'm not looking to do like a dark brown lip today, so I'm going to use this one in the waterline and make like a nice, sultry, rich brown waterline with it. Also, just in case you're wondering how you sharpen them, they have like a little sharpener on the back end, so that way you can sharpen them back into a point as they get worn down. I'm going to drag a little bit of that through the lower lashes just so it gives a little bit of a darker base at the bottom, and just smudge that into the lash line with a pencil brush. I'm going to grab my BH number 7 again, and I'm going to go back into the shade Nothing Personal, and I'm going to use that to blend out the edge of that brown and connect it up into the top. So it's like all one big cohesive happy family of colors. And on that same pencil brush, I'm going to go back into Love Resin. I'm going to drag a little bit of that along the lower lashes, closer to the lash line though, right over where we put down that brown stylo. And my LUXE 111 Mini. I'm going to go back into the shade Alaska. I'm going to wet that because I want it to be intense. I want it to pop. I want it to have a moment. I'm going to take that, I'm going to pop it onto my inner corner, just packing that on there pretty heavily. It has like a little bit of a pink shift in it too. Very interesting. Okay, I put on House of Lashes Iconic Light instead of Iconic Luxe. I wanted something a little bit less intense for this look. I finished up my skin. And for the lip, I want to use the color that's in this package. Duh. I don't know why I feel like I need to keep repeating that. I'm just used to like announcing what color I'm about to use, because usually it's like a decision I have to make, you know what I mean? But I wanted to see how this color swatched, and that's what it looks like on the back of my hand. It's a very pretty sheer nude shade. So what I think I'm gonna do is line my lips with the NABLA Touch Me lip pencil and then go over the top with that, so we kind of keep that nude sheer vibe. I'm gonna blend the edges of the liner with my finger, so it's like, you know, soft, no hard lines and all that. And I think it's gonna be nice with this look. And this is the second look. So the third set is Wild Berry. I'm going to be very honest with you guys. This is the one that tickles my pickle. A couple weeks ago I said something tickled my taint, and a few of you just lost your minds at that. So this one tickles my taint too. A lot of things tickle my taint, if I'm being honest. Now, Nicole, why are you so excited? Well, first of all, you guys know I love like deep burgundy, berry, purpley shades. Not so much purpley, but you know, on the burgundy side. But on top of that, my friends, this shade right here, can't really see the glory of it in the monitor, but this is called Alchemy 2.0. NABLA Alchemy eyeshadow is by far one of my favorite eyeshadows of all time. Whenever anybody asks me, hey, what's a single shadow that you definitely need in your life, I say Alchemy. This is a very similar shade. It just looks like it's a bit more intensely metallic and glittery, which oh my god, I'm so excited. So I'm gonna grab my BH number 6 as usual, and I'm gonna start by going into the shade Botanic Juice, which sounds delicious right now, to be honest. I'm gonna put that through my crease. I'm keeping it up fairly high though, because I am going to, I don't know if I'm gonna cut the crease, but I'm definitely going to, ooh, that's delightful so far. I'm definitely going to make the lid seem almost like it's nude, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to keep as much of it off the lid as possible. I'm gonna grab a clean brush, keep on blending. I'm gonna grab a Sigma E36 brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade Venom. And I'm gonna put this shade through the front half of the crease. I'm gonna use this on the outside too, but for now, I just want it on the inside because that's where I'm going to cut that area first, if that makes sense. And then I'm gonna build it up like more softly into like a wing on the outside. This look is actually inspired by one of the campaign images that they posted this morning. They finally posted the announcement for this collection, and one of the looks on there was so gorgeous. So I don't want to recreate that, but I'm going for the same kind of a vibe. So I am going to do something of a cut crease here, but I'm going to cut the whole lid so that it's just like a clean area for me to like leave open. I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but you'll see as we go along, as we come along this journey together. We always go on these journeys together, you and I, just the two of us and the several other thousand people. I'm going to start on the inner corner and just cut above, just slightly above my natural crease all the way across the eye, and shape it in a way that makes sense with like the shape of my lid, but also how I would do like a graphic wing, if that makes sense. And connecting it to the shape at the top of the lid, so it's like all one sort of a line. So now that I have this nice open space of concealer, I'm gonna go into, I'm gonna go into Alchemy 2.0. I'm so excited to put this on my lid. God, I hope it's not disappointing. Can you imagine if I was this excited and then it sucked? I'm taking that on a Sigma E60. It's just a really big flat brush to press a color down into your lid with. I may go back over it with my finger, we'll see, but I wanna use this to get like a little bit more of a precise shape first. Oh, it's everything I dreamed it would be. Oh man, that's so pretty. Oh, let me tell you something. This shade, or the original Alchemy, if you want a color that you could just like pick up and put a wash of it over your lid and be like, that's a look, bitch, that's the shadow. I'm gonna take a little bit more on my finger and just press it into the center, just amplify the intensity of that a bit. On my Sigma E36, I'm gonna go back into Venom, but this time I'm gonna mix it with a little bit of Blackberry, and I'm gonna use that to just continue to define the outside line, especially along the outer half, because on the outer half, we didn't cut that with concealer, so it's a little bit softer, and we can get like a nice, like, semi-blended, like, slightly softer version of a shape. You know what I mean? And blend along the edge with a clean brush. On the underneath half, I'm going to clean that up with concealer in just a moment anyway. All right, I concealed and I powdered. And you're thinking, now what, Nicole? I'm glad you asked. I thought you never would. I'm going to grab the stylo that came with this set. This one is like real deep plummy burgundy, and I'm going to use that in my waterline, but I'm also going to kind of sweep it up, I think, underneath the outside corner over here. That might be a mistake, but we're going to find out. That is a shade, though. Love that. And a little bit out this way. Did that a little bit unevenly, but it's okay because we're going to blend and we're going to haul ass and get that done before it dries down. So I'm going to grab a Sigma E85 and just drag the shape of that into place and buff it out. Just like a little short winged liner brush, so it's good for buffing something like this because it's got an angle, but it's also a little bit blendy, you know? I'm going to go back to my Sigma E36 and I'm going to go into Blackberry and I'm going to use that to blend over where we put down that stylo. They're a very similar color, so I think that'll work out well. That'll soften up any mistake we made out there because I did a little bit make a mistake. On the same brush, I'm going to go back into a little bit more Venom and I'm going to blend the outer edge of that with that shade. Just a little bit, just a little tickle, just a little taste. I just had a thought, and my thought was, what if I took some of this dark stylo and I brought it right into the inner corner, and then I put some of Alchemy 2.0 over that shade, so it's like color shiftiness shifted over a darker shade, but connected to the other version of that color on the top. That's exactly what we're gonna do right the fuck now. So I'm gonna grab a pencil brush and I'm gonna go back into Alchemy 2.0 and I'm gonna pop that over that inner corner. Oh yeah, delectable. I'm gonna pick up that same brush with a little bit of Blackberry on it and just use it to blend the edge of that so it kind of softly transitions from the shimmer back to the matte. All right, I did House of Lash's iconic Luxe. I finished up my skin, and for the skin I actually went a little bit of a different route than I usually do. I used the NABLA Divinizer highlighter because this one has a little bit of a pink shift and I felt like it went along with the berry tones nicely. So this is the lipstick shade that comes along with this kit. It's nice berry. Wow, big surprise in the berry collection. Can't believe they put a berry in there. Revolutionary, Nicole. You really needed to describe it for us. Thanks. I need to take a moment also to remark on the fact that I am really feeling this look, by the way. But I'm going to grab the Cupid's Arrow stylo from this kit again and then blend it toward the center and then put this more slightly sheer, glossy, juicy berry over in the middle. And it's going to be like, yum, 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 it's the juicy berry. And this is the third look. All right, so 3 looks down, 1 with each collection. What are the thoughts? What do I think? The shadows are exactly what I expect from NABLA shadows. They are very pigmented, they're very blendable, they have no issues with patchiness, like pretty much whatsoever. I don't think I saw any patchiness in any of these shades. There was a little bit of fallout with a few of the darker matte shades, but nothing that was extraordinary or remarkable, just enough that maybe I would choose to do my concealer after my eyeshadow. Now, as far as the 2 new products that we saw with this collection, the Cupid's Arrow stylos, I think that they are beautiful. The way I filmed this video was I sat down and did 1 look a day for 3 days in a row because I had time to do it this week. So I've been able to wear these stylos on my lips and in my waterline for the rest of the day every time I filmed. And what I noticed is that they wear like remarkably well, but especially on the lips. The stylo from the Platinum collection, that one I had on all day the other day. I wore it through eating a sandwich, I wore it through drinking coffee, and the center area had worn off a little bit by the end of the day, but everything looked pretty pristine still, which I thought it was really impressive. Now granted, that one was more of a nude shade, which is definitely more forgiving, but they definitely seem like they stick pretty damn well. And as far as this new lipstick formula, I think we've talked about this about 900 times on this channel, but recently, over the last bunch of months, I've really been gravitating toward more of like a semi-sheer, sort of like a satin or glossy finish lipstick over a lip liner. This fits right into that category, so I have really been enjoying it so far. I think this berry one combined with the berry stylo might be my favorite combination so far, but the nude one probably will be something I get more use out of just because I don't tend to wear as dark a lip as this every day. So I don't know, you know, both have their merits, but the finish on this, I'm really enjoying it. It's just the littlest hint of glossy enough to make it look like pouty. Pout. I'm an idiot, I'm sorry. I don't know if it's my imagination, but I swear this one from the Wild Berry collection has like a tiny hint of berry scent in it and the other ones didn't. Am I losing it? Can somebody confirm or deny this claim? Because I swear to God I smell berries. The shadow in here that I was really excited about, Alchemy 2.0, beautiful. The only thing is that I'm not sure how different it is than regular Alchemy as far as shininess now that I'm wearing it. I think that it is a little bit more sheer, like a topper than Alchemy is. Hold on, let me grab the original actually, because I have it right here. What I'm thinking is that it's around the same finish as Alchemy, but maybe a little bit more like a topper, and it leans a bit more pink than blue. So this is the original Alchemy. It's a little bit more opaque, and then Alchemy 2.0 here is a very similar shift, but it's a bit more sheer, so you could use it probably over other shadows more easily. I think it depends on your personal preference which one you'll like better, but either one, if you're looking for like a wash of color across your lid, highly recommend. They are such a beautiful shift. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you were excited when you saw that they released this collection. Do you like the Cutie palettes? Are you excited for their new lip products, the stylos? What do you think? I would love to hear about it. Even let me know out of these looks, which one was your favorite? Which one did you love? Which one did you hate? I want to know all of it. Don't forget to leave a like on this video because it's very helpful to me and I would really appreciate it. If you're newish around here and you've been creeping around for a little while, go ahead and subscribe because I would love to have you around for more videos. If you want to keep up with me, I am over on my Instagram stories pretty much constantly. I'm at Miss Quinface over there. Come find me. I would love to have you be a part of that little crew as well. I hope you're all doing well and that you're happy and healthy and safe out there. And when I say healthy, I mean both physically and mentally. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you always, and I will see you in the next one.